Hi everyone, this is David, and I have known Blake about 4 years now from serving at Hope Students, and he's asked me to talk a little bit about what I would recommend and just in general how to pray when you're afraid. Afraid physically, afraid of a situation that you're in, afraid of what to do, handle a certain relationship, whatever that is, where to start and what to do. In general, I would say when you're afraid, one of the most important things you can do in prayer is to remember who you're praying to. You're praying to a God who's able to save you from the situation that you're in. And he can also use the situation eventually for his glory, his purposes, and for your good. Prayer will begin by believing that he is who he says he is, that he is powerful enough to meet you right where you are and help you in the midst of this, believing and asking for him to bring you peace. Praying in the middle of a situation when you're afraid doesn't necessarily mean that the situation will immediately change or be fixed, if you will. But prayer, it does immediately change and fix you. It fixes our hearts. It fixes and changes our outlooks. It changes how we experience what we're walking through. So when you acknowledge God, give him credit, and ask him for help, something will shift. Your mindset begins to change. Your behaviors begin to change. When you're reminded that he's in control, when you remind yourself that he's in control, if you will, even when everything around you feels uncertain or overwhelming, things shift. Things will change. Just crying out to him, saying, God, I need you. God, I need you to help me. I know you're bigger than this situation. I need you to bring me peace. I need you to bring me guidance. It can be something really short, just like that. One really practical way to pray when you're afraid is through praise. Praise music, number one way to change a situation, change your mindset towards anything. Another helpful way is making a gratitude list, or also just declaring in prayer who God is by his attributes. So there's going to be a resource that Blake will post in maybe the comment section and on his channel that's helped me in the past. And it's an alphabetical list of God's attributes. So it'll start like, God, you are amazing. God, you are awesome. God, you are beautiful. God, you are compassionate. God, you are caring. And I can rattle these off because I've read that list so many times. It'll keep going, alphabet, right? A, B, C. It'll say like, God, you are great. God, you are excellent. God, you are faithful. And I guess it's E, F, G. So it should be excellent, faithful, great. But anyway, you start going, and when you're saying these things about God, your focus will shift. It moves you away from complaining about your situation. It moves you away from fear, moving you towards praise and towards hope. Blake wanted me to include Psalm 34 in this. It's a powerful example. Psalm 34:4 says, I sought the Lord and he answered me. He delivered me from all of my fears. It shows us what it looks like so many times in the Psalms, to seek God in the middle of fear and then to experience right after that sometimes his presence, his nearness, and his deliverance. So it reminds us that when we turn to him, he hears us, and our fear doesn't get the final word. My mom had sent me this bookmark a long time ago, and on the back of it has Psalm 37, and it's the message version of Psalm 37. If you look it up, Psalm 37 verses 30 and 39 and 40. And it says, I'll never forget, it says, the spacious free life is from God. It is also protected and safe. When we run to him, he saves us. And so we just have to ask him for help, stay grateful, praise him, and declare who he is, especially when we're afraid. Thanks.